Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stormwing and welcome to Rimworld Alpha 14 Wave Defence game mode, I guess. Storyteller would be more accurate, I guess. So, for those of you who are just joining us, Wave Defence means that every 2 days waves of enemies come and attack us, and we had just under 6 days I believe to prepare, and we still have 2 days and 10 hours. So I think we're in a fairly okay position. We've barricaded ourselves in here. I want to prioritize getting these defenses done. Unfortunately, only 2 of our people actually have projectile weapons, Bunchy and Trigger. Julian and Hitomi have melee weapons. Julian's got a club and Hitomi has a knife. Things are looking okay, I guess. So let's carry on. So what I want to do this episode is I definitely want the defences all finished up, and preferably I'd also like the bedrooms all finished up. And actually I'm going to go ahead and what? No, who? Oh, Butterball. Oh crap. Yeah, that gives you a negative. Yeah. Okay. Still alive, still alive. Okay, I have no idea where this trait comes from, but great. Okay, are there any more survival meals? Oh, what's this deal? Oh yes, I want to unforbid that. Okay, it doesn't look like there are any more packaged meals. And our rice plants are going to take a little while to grow. Yeah, they're not harvestable yet. Name Colwyn. Sure, why not? Sounds like an okay name to me. Yay! So the community is now known as Colwyn. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm actually going to start working on a place where I can store food. So let us. So obviously, if we check, one of the mods I installed added a new cooker, the Model T electric stove, and you can boost like with other production stuff, with like production like tailors and stone cutters and stuff like that. You can use tool cabinets which increase the work speed. Likewise for the Model T stove, you can use this cupboard which increases the cooking speed. I can have 2 of them, so I want to put that design into it. So let's say that's the Model T stove. That's the workbenches, and I also need do that so it would look something like this. And I also need butcher's table, and I also want just a little bit of food storage there, and I also want, so there'll be a cooler there and a cooler there. Okay. Let's plan this out and build it. Okay. Actually, stop mining that, stop mining that. Then as soon as you finish that, you can go on to do work on this. And I am going to need power to run it, so I think just ooh, hang on. Trigger and Hitomi. Nice. Okay. Now that throws off the feng shui because now I gotta put a double bed in, and these are only single bed wide. Oh well. See. Budgie, can you prioritize mining that episode for me? And I will get beds. So, as I said in the previous episode, I have installed a bunch of mods, and these, up until, well, I think up until the equipment rack, everything is normal. So, like, on the bottom row, everything up to the equipment rack, and the standing lamp are all normal, and everything else is added by mods. I think because this is a survival type situation with the waves, which means that we're going to be seeing a lot of blood, I think I'm going to go with red beds. Okay, so these storage slots here basically allow you to store a ton of stuff in it. So like oh, what's the numbers? It's 600 in storage, and you can have 75 visible, so 675 max, which is much better than just like having a shit ton of stuff in a storage space. Stockpiles up, sorry. Okay, so our defences are done, and I'm just gonna quickly mark all these to be collected up. Let's switch over the walls to limestone, because that's what we're using. And we actually need to build the walls a little bit. So hang on a second. Did I mess this up? No, I want the doors to be there. So get rid of that. Do that. And you don't need to worry about that. What you do need to worry about is these. I'm gonna build a wall there. Doors there. Why don't you prioritize mining that limestone for me? We can build a door there. And all I need now... oh, crap. Man, I am terrible at this building thing. Okay, Trigger, you can do that. I also want you to quickly do that. Add door there. Temperature. Medium cooler. Okay. So we're getting a food area set up. Get a little bit of power. Let's actually make sure that there's no roof over that. And one of the things that we do need is we have power production, but we need power storage. So typically I just do a small little 5x5 room that'll allow us to put 10 batteries in there. Up until now, all I need is one. And people are starving, which isn't good. Is any of these rice plants ready to be harvested? Yes. I think what I'm going to do is just prioritize getting down to here and doing that. I do want to find that out. Okay, 16 hours left until our raids start happening, which is not very good, but I think we're as prepared as we're gonna be. Got defences up. No way that we can get any other type of weapons in the meantime. We have a bed set up. Oh no. While Hitomi and Trigger's relationship is annoying because now my rooms are out of size, I can at least change one of these rooms into a medical room, which may be very useful. Actually, before I forget, I need to build a roof over the battery or it'll explode when it gets rained on. And let's build some. One of the greatest thing I think one of these mods adds is invisible power cables, because having a ton of power cables crystal was rather annoying and ugly, but now they're invisible, so awesome. And I want to, don't really matter how it finds its way there, just as long as it does. Oh, God damn it, bunch of. Yeah, sure. That's only one wide for Trigger anyway, so you can carry on mining out the base. And actually, if I cut you off there, then you'll just make that room. Okay, 1 hour until the first wave. And I hope it's something simple like tribal people, not like one time I did this, some Orion contactors or something. Basically, one of the mods adds like a little bit of lore, and it's basically like really good people with really good weapons and armor. Basically, one of them landed right in the middle of my base, and I had like 10 people, and we all had rifles, and he had like a plasma rifle and just devastated. So let's see. We have pirates from the Dogmen. Okay, awesome. One person with a pistol. That's exactly what we want. Don't really need to rush to get everyone into position just yet. So let's select all you and draft. Trigger, you can be over there because you've got the long range weapon. Bunchy, you can go there, and you know what, Julian and Tommy, you can go into these locations. You're not gonna keep you there, but one of the mods, I know I keep on saying one of the mods, but that's honestly because I don't know which one of the mods installed this, because I have like a ton of mods. But if I select everyone, hit shift 6, that means that the positions have been saved. So if I undraft them and let them run around, if I now hit the 6 button, they're all immediately drafted and all immediately go to their locations. But that said, Tommy and Julian, I think I'm just going to put you here. No, actually, because I think the enemy can shoot through embrasure, so I want you to be out the way. Okay, and that is it. The very first wave dealt with. Let's see who has the best shooting. Well, they both have the same shooting, but Tommy has a little bit more melee, so we shall give you the pistol. Okay, things are going rather well. Our first wave is dealt with. We got a pistol right off the bat. It was lucky we actually got pirates instead of tribes, because then at best we would have got like a bow or a peeler, I believe it's called. A Roman throwing spear, basically. Which, I mean, they would have been useful, if nothing else. They may not be very damaging or effective, but you know, as the saying goes, throws enough shit against the wall and sticks. So, actually, I want to prioritize building the roof because do not want the battery to explode. And are you actually, yes, you are getting power, which is great. Good. Okay, from that you can stop. Because now it's too wide. Actually, how much steel do we have? We have 200 there. There were also a bunch somewhere else, wasn't there? Yes, 200 there. So almost, what, 500? Well, probably about 600. Which I think that means that there should be enough to create the stove and the cupboards. There should be more than enough. There won't be enough steel left over for really anything else, but hey, who cares? Let's see. Just want you to mine out the corner piece so we can actually get between that, and I want you to be -5, just as a little buffer, because every time sorry, I just heard something that sounded like when the psychic waves that happens, and I was just, but apparently it was nothing. Oh, it told me it's throwing a party. Sounds good. I mean, we did survive the first wave, so I'd be happy. Okay, stockpile. Want this to be a food zone. Okay, yeah, I know about that. Not power cupboards, I need this. Clear everything. I want only food and animal corpses in here, please. And thank you. And I also want to go over here and disallow food in here. Julian, while you're at it, why not haul some rice? Where's you? Trigger, if I can select you, there we go. You can also haul some rice. So we have a little bit of rice in this room, which is nice. Okay, party is over. Okay, and everyone is getting rid of that. And actually, Punchy, why don't you haul these granite slates, not granite, granite chunks out of this place, please? Actually, you are only wearing an armored vest, so strip table. You can wear cloth mesh. No, actually, you can't. Okay, vest, and you can wear some pants as well, which some of the clothes that the mods add gives clothing like special attributes. So if I check this one has one, right? Yeah, so middle break threshold -3. It could be anything like aprons can help you can help by oh god, what is bonuses they have? They make it so you cook faster with less chance of giving everyone food poisoning. Let's see how many? Only 300 bricks. Okay, misc, cupboard, one there. Okay, now I want everyone to work on a room, because everyone else has a room except for Bunchy. She's just being left out to sleep in the rain. What up, Bunchy? And this is one of the things I really like, the Model T stove over the normal stove. One, because you can add these to cupboards which speed up cooking, but also you know, cook meal times 3, which basically means that every time they cook 3 meals. So let's say I typically want, because I have 4 people, I typically want about 5 meals per. That tends to last for a little while. So, oh crap. Okay. Meals 2. Okay. Shit. Fine. Cook simple meals. Do it until we have 20 of them. Yeah, 20. Let's actually. Who is our best cook? Our best cook is Bunchy. No, not Point Cook. I want you to go down mining and prioritize cooking. So as I was saying, you know, if I actually had anyone who was capable of it, if I hit cook simple meal 3, then it would do it in batches of 3. So instead of doing it 1 at a time, it would do 3 at a time. Okay, we have 2 hours until the next wave. I think we'll be ready by then. You know, thinking about it, what I'm gonna need is, if I don't already have it, which I don't believe I have. Now, what I'm gonna need is cremation, if I can find it in this list. Cremation, electric cremation, which means I need electric smelting, which is there. So I'm going to get someone working on that. Who was our researcher? Right, okay. Bunchy, you can go ahead and do that, and we don't really need any more limestone bricks. So Julian, you can be our cook from now on. Yeah, because cremation is very good because it means that you don't have to constantly build out graves and leave rotting bodies out, which gives colonists the negative penalty. Instead, you can just throw them in the cremation oven. And actually, it's not just getting rid of the bodies, but when they die, they keep all the stuff on them apart from their weapons, and if they're carrying anything like food or something. So like, if you want to take all the clothes off them to sell them, then you have to individually do it, and then you have to haul them to a location. But what I find pretty good is if you put an area with a trade beacon and then put a cremation oven inside that, so you can just burn them and then sell all the stuff without having to worry. But looking at the time I've been recording, I think it's time for me to end this episode. So we started work on our cooking area. A new relationship blossomed between Trigger and Hatome. Let's just hope Bunchy doesn't get too jealous, because let's not forget, she is Trigger's ex-husband. Not ex-husband, ex-wife. Sorry, I was looking over here. So yeah, we got our rooms almost finished. We're working on the last one. We got a cooking area. We got meter power generation, but it should be enough just to power a cooler and a cooker. I'm going to need a bit more steel though, so I think I'm going to have to mine out one of these after the room's finished. But yeah, so I think I'm going to leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger because Wave 2 is incoming, but you know, really shouldn't be any trouble for the first couple of waves. Anyway, this is Stormwing, signing out.